Okay, we are live. We're live. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, Katie. Well, hopefully you'll be able to stop in. I know this time is dinner time for some folks. Hey, Splash. Hey, Sarah. Stacy. Hello. She was in the chat. She's on the panel with us now, and so is Margaret and
Hello.
Maggie.
Hello.
Um, hey, Deidre. Well, she should be back here in a little bit. Her grandson had a concert. Hello, future girl. Gangster R&P came in and said hi, but they're not going to be able to chat. But I think they're listening. Hello, Gina, Barb, and Heather Nicole, Michelle, and Tia. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day. Clancy, I'm going to give it a few minutes so hopefully people can roll in. If you haven't shared the stream, if you could please share it, guys, we would greatly appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's an important stream, and people really need to find out what's going on and be on. So actually, I meant to do this before I went live, but I'm going to tweet it out again and let people know that we are live. Can me 222 says thank you for doing this. Well, of course, if people are doing fuckery and causing serious problems to the point that this person is doing, it definitely needs to be, brought to people's attention. So now I do know that there's probably some people listening that this person, has messed with and caused problems in the past. And I do know that this person has, cloned people's accounts, contacted people's employments, left negative reviews on their stuff that they sell or whatever stuff regarding, stuff that they do in their personal lives. And some people might be, nervous about commenting, but I really encourage you to speak forward because it's people like her and bullies that, get away with the stuff they do because they intimidate people. And, I'm speaking for it. I've never even had a conversation with this woman before, and I don't, there's nothing anybody can do to me that already hasn't been done to me in the last 5 years. And if I have to take things legally because people start, she wants to start doing certain things to me in my life, then that's the route I can go. And, anybody that she messes with or whatever, if you speak forward, just message me. You guys know how to get a hold of me. You should. You can leave a comment under my YouTube channel, email me, find me on Twitter, Messenger, and, I can help you, give you stuff to do to protect yourselves. And if you do have to take the legal route, I can give you advice about that. So let me just tweet that we are live.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I just want everyone to know that we're going to try and get a little clarity with regards to the petition.
Yes.
I want to apologize to everybody out there who's had their account hacked, who's scared, hurt, betrayed, angry. This shouldn't have happened. You shouldn't have been treated this way. And I think we as adults need to address this issue and put an end to it tonight. There's no need for law. We're all grown folks. Let's knock
Right.
it off.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start with discussing what happened with the petition because that's, an extremely something important that needs to be discussed. So as many of you are aware of, there was a petition that was started on change.org that was getting signatures to help in hopes to get Corey Haim his star in Canada. Why that already hasn't happened over the years, I don't know, but that's another subject for another day. So this petition was started by some ladies that apologies, ladies, I did not know, who you were or anything until, last night. I believe her name is Rachel, and who else started it, Meg? I don't want to get anybody's names wrong.
No, I think Tracy was another one.
Okay, Tracy. Okay.
Chris.
So they started the petition. They, told Tara they started it, and they gave her the login to the petition, because it was for, they wanted it to, this to be something that his fans did for him.
Yeah, they were embracing her. They invited her in. They were looking at it like the more the merrier. We're doing this together. We are all fans. Let's do this.
Right. And so that petition was started. It was sent to myself, to Stacy, to Judy. We all promoted it. Carrie, tweeted it out on Twitter, and a lot of people signed it due to Carrie. Myself, I promoted it on my YouTube channel. I promoted it on Twitter. I sent it to Todd Bridges privately. He signed it. I asked him to tweet it. He did. Stacy promoted it on Twitter and her YouTube channel. Judy sent it around to a lot of people, and it started picking up some really good traction. Some celebrities had signed it thanks to Judy and Carrie and, Todd and stuff like that, whoever else, sorry. And it was doing, really good. Well, the person we're talking about tonight, her name is Tara. And no, it's not the Tara I've been talking about on TikTok. It must be something with the name, though. But her name is Tara G also. And she runs a fan group for Corey. I'm not going to promote it here. It's on Facebook. And I think that group was started like 2 years ago. So then, and I thought, because of the way that I was told, that Tara did start the petition. And, it shouldn't matter who starts it. And so anyways, so I thought she had started it. Well, then Tara kept going into the petition and like changing things and, changing pictures, wording things to
stealing pictures.
Yeah, stealing pictures. And she was trying to present it that it was her petition, her idea. She was the only one involved. People needed to come to her, so forth and so on.
She locked everyone out. Everyone. No one had changed the password. No one had access to it.
Yeah, and then she went as far as to change the password and lock the other ladies out. And so the other ladies contacted change.org, and they were allowed back in because they showed, hey, we're the ones that started this, blah, blah, blah. We were locked out of it. So they were, put back in. And then they, changed the password, obviously, so Tara couldn't get back in. Well, Tara started throwing a fit, and, which is crazy to me, because if you do something like that, where you start a petition to help a situation, or not even start it, get involved in it, a part of the thing, and then you want like notoriety from it, you want all the credit, like, you shouldn't go into something and do something when, those are your thoughts. You're doing it because you supposedly want to help Corey get his star. So who cares who, name on it and who did what? Like, the end result should be the only focus. Absolutely. And so then she started going around trashing, the other ladies, telling people not to sign it. Saying that there was fraud, all sorts of crazy things. She
created a petition fighting the first petition.
Right.
So she's got a whole separate petition going, not for signatures for Corey, but to team up with her. This is like the lengths that she's gone to.
Yeah, she literally started a petition on change.org against change.org, saying, change.org, they won't let me in. I started this petition and they locked me out. And there's, has been donation fraud and they need to correct this. And, then she's sending that petition out to people. So people were like really confused and were like, what the hell's going on? So it was a decision among certain people just to, saying, hey, there's 3,000 signatures on the Walk of Fame petition that was started. Let's close that and petition, send it to the Walk of Fame people, and just, stop, put an end to it so there's no more confusion. People were like, well, what's this about the donation fraud? And let me explain that. There was zero donation fraud involved, okay?
Nobody got any money. Nobody
right.
but change.org got money.
When you sign the petition, and I saw this when I signed it, something pops up and it says, hey, would you like to pay $1, donate $1, you can donate $1, $2, $3, whatever it is. And when you donate that, the website change.org will promote your petition more, meaning like if you go to their website, it might pop up, or if they suggest it to people, whatever they do. So, people had, donated $1 or whatever. We don't know who donated or whatever. That goes right to change.org. But Tara was trying to put it out there and make people think that there, was donation fraud going on, trying to insinuate, I don't know what she was trying to insinuate, whether the Haim family got donations, whether the ladies who started the petition made donations, or it was supposed to go to his star. I don't know exactly. All I do know is she was trying to insinuate that there was fraud. Hey, Christina, glad you were able to stop in, honey. So, that was insane. So she got obviously extremely upset. She had her petition going. She got mad that she wasn't allowed back in that petition. And like she has a history of doing, that now that I, have looked into things, she has a long history of throwing a temper tantrum when she doesn't get her way and sabotaging situations and people. Judy being one of those. She got mad at Judy because Judy, agreed that petition just needed to be closed out because it was causing too much drama and confusion and everything else. So now she's, bad mouthing Judy, trashing the Haim family, trashing all these ladies, and, kicked Judy out of Corey Haim fan groups. Like I said, she runs a group, but Tara's also an admin in other Haim fan Facebook groups, and she has kicked Judy from these groups, and myself, and Stacy, and anybody else that is associated with Judy in any way, shape, or form. She has, booted from these groups.
And if I could just say this real quick, I know you all have seen posts with my name on it, and that is not me. She stole my photo. She stole my name. She stole Lisa's photo. She stole Lisa's name. And she created these documents, all of which can be proven.
Yeah, and I've been sent a proof of everything we're going to say here tonight. I'm going to show screenshots that prove that Tara is not the one that created that petition, because it's just not true. And Tara, I'm sure you're listening to this, or maybe someone you're associated with, but I'm sure you are, sweetie. And you're more than welcome to come in the chat and come on this panel and have a discussion. Because when I call somebody out and expose them, I don't give them a voice. I give them a voice and a chance to explain themselves. So, but if I know you, you remind me of many other people, the way you operate and do things. I doubt you'll come up here. But I'm going to tell you, hold on, let me get this out. I'm going to tell you right now, Tara, you need to remove Judy as an admin from your main Facebook group that you have, that you started. Because the way that these Facebook groups work, if you're an admin on the groups and then the person that created it blocks you on Facebook, you're still an admin. And then if that person blocks you, you cannot remove yourself as an admin. The person who started the group has to remove you. Well, of course, Tara hasn't removed Judy as an admin because she wants people in her group and people that come into the group to think that Judy supports the group. Well, no, Judy doesn't support that group the second that you kicked her and her people out of it because you didn't like something and you didn't get your way on a situation. So remove it right now, or I will start and have all my supporters on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I will have everybody report your Facebook group if you do not remove Judy as an admin from there. And that's me asking and telling you to do it, nobody else. So,
well,
all right, sorry.
I personally can't go and report her or the group because she blocked me. I think it was last week. We were friends on Facebook. We're not anymore.
Maybe we'll put you on the bad apples list.
Yeah.
Well, I have ways to do it, but regardless if she blocks us from being able to see the group anyways. I've met a lot of tech-savvy people on TikTok in the last couple months, and I've learned a lot of things. So regardless, she can block us all, till she's blue in the face, but there's still ways around that to report her group. So, we'll do that. And what she does, what this woman does, and we'll also show, proof of this. And like I said to you guys, I have been seeing everything myself, and everything that Stacy, Maggie, and myself say. There is proof out there. I'm not going to show everything today because some stuff is like private messages and everything. You have any questions, as always, message me privately and I can share things with you, that way, or I'm sure Maggie and would too. But, as soon as this person has a run-in with a Haim fan that she gets jealous of, she steals their ideas and presents it as herself. And when these people, confront her on that or get upset with her, what Tara does and has done many, many times, I'm saying probably like 15 to 20 different times, she then will go clone their accounts, steal their pictures, their name, create their, another Facebook profile, go into Corey Haim fan groups, start trashing Judy, whoever, start saying horrible things. Then she sends those screenshots to Judy and other people and says, look at, Maggie and so, they're trashing you. And so, of course, Judy was like, oh my God, that's horrible. I don't even know these people, and would block these fans, not knowing that they were cloned accounts that Tara created to start trouble. Oh,
she's got too much time on her hands, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not kidding you. I reached out to practically, I'm not going to say everyone, but practically everyone that she did this to let them know that this was nothing that they did wrong, that they shouldn't have been treated this way, and that unfortunately, the more people it happens to, attention will be drawn to it. This is about being held accountable for your actions. I'm not trying to target anyone, but wrong is wrong at the end of the day. And I want to prevent anyone else from having their accounts stolen. I want to prevent anybody else from getting hurt.
Yeah, and I had a few people come to me months ago to try to, give me a heads up about Tara. And I had a lot of things going on in my personal life. I was dealing with some online stuff at the time. And, I just said, you guys, I just don't have the time for it. But because I honestly was like, okay, if like two people are beefing for whatever reason, like I don't need to get in the middle of it, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I didn't know the severity of the situation. And, I publicly want to apologize to those people who, tried to come to me in the past to warn me about her. But, I hope everybody understands my position and what I thought at the time. And like, let's say even I would have found out certain things at that time. I don't know how I would have handled it because it really wasn't my place, you know, to get involved in things. And so like everything happens for a reason. And she's done a lot of fuckery since those people came to me till now too.
All you have to do is read the comments. Look at the comments. Look at all these people. She's cloned their accounts. I mean, they're saying it right here.
Wow.
This is a long, just flip through them. This is a long list. And what's the one common denominator in all of this? Tara.
Tara. Yep. So Maggie, do you mind sharing the story about what happened with the essay idea that you had a while back?
When I first came into, I like to call it the Corey world, was about 2 years ago. I met Tara as well, a couple other girls. Tara asked me if I wanted to be the moderator for her page. And of course I was like, well, I've never done anything like that before, but you know, it's COVID. I got nothing, going on. And I really embraced it. I really met a lot of nice people, a lot of great people. Then an interview came out. I'm just going to leave it at that. An interview came out and there was a lot of people upset and saying hurtful things that I know they didn't mean. So before it got out of control, I said to Tara via messenger, you know what, let's redirect this back to Corey. All the good things Corey is. Let's have them do an essay or something. So what I'll do is I'll buy a t-shirt or a pillow, and then whoever wins the essay will get that. And, just to get everybody thinking about happy, good thoughts about Corey. Well, unfortunately, the next day my appendix burst. So by the time I get out of the hospital, the electric is just getting turned back on because we had a hurricane at the same time. She took absolutely everything and claimed it as her own. I messaged her and asked her, yelling at her, why did you do this? What, you didn't even shoot me a message and at least let me know what's going on. At that point, I said, now that I know how you are, I'm done. I locked myself out of that. I blocked that. I was done with it. I walked away. I didn't want to tell Judy because I didn't want to upset Judy. She doesn't need the drama. Well, by me not telling Judy what happened, Tara did. But Tara told her a whole different story that never transpired.
Mm-hmm. And also cloned your account and went and said horrible things about Judy.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of people here have seen it. So I had to get off every Corey. It got so bad. I had to get off every Corey Haim page. Everybody blocked me. I was getting messages, the full 9 yards. And nobody would listen to me because Tara was messaging now, block her. She's speaking bad about Judy, and Lisa did this or Dean did that, and she literally has an active running list of what she calls bad apples. I'm number 2 on that list. I'm trying to get to number 1. So if anybody out there knows what I can do to get number 1 on the list, give me a shout out. So for 2 years, yes, Tara, 2 years, I've been standing by watching you do what you did to me to so many others. And I reached out to them and let them know they didn't do anything wrong. They were great fans of Corey's, that Judy appreciates them. Carrie appreciates them. They didn't do anything to deserve to be treated this way, and that they're appreciated, they're valued.
Yeah. Well, Dean, you're more than welcome to send an email, but if you also want to come up on the panel and tell your story, I will go ahead and put the link. And if that's, that this invitation's open to any of you guys. If anybody wants to come up here and, share their, what was done to them and, have a voice, of course, you guys are welcome to come up here to do that. So absolutely. Thank you, Maggie, for sharing that story, because that was just unbelievable. And I've seen the screenshots of, when Maggie went to her and was like, what the hell, she was in the hospital because her appendix, ruptured. And then Tara steals her idea. And she has a, history of doing this to people, stealing their ideas and everything. And, Tara, I've seen plenty of proof where, you know, before she had ever spoken to Judy, she was very jealous of other people who had been speaking with Judy and who had contact, or that, you know, Judy shared, you know, something they posted or whatever else. And that's so weird to me. That's been weird to me since before I even personally spoke to Judy. You know, I got into the Feldman this stuff, and the right when Feldman's video went viral, the end of October 2017, and things blew up on Twitter. And I was very loud and vocal about things on Twitter. Then there were people on YouTube that was doing YouTube videos and everything else. You know, that I got to know. That's how I met Bobby when he started doing videos. And, you know, I had met Shannon Marshall, like right when you know, the first time I ever made a tweet against Feldman. And, you know, I knew she was close to Judy. I had spoken to Greg a few times. And, you know, there was drama that was happening where people were getting jealous of each other. And this was like mainly it had started at YouTube on the time, because like Judy was promoting this YouTube channel, not this YouTube channel, and this person was talking to Judy. And I told Shannon, and I've said it publicly plenty of times over the years, I said, why do people why are they even getting Judy involved in any of that? Like, if you want to speak out against Feldman because you think what he's doing is morally wrong and you don't agree with it, whether you don't agree with him asking for money, whether you didn't, you know, the sexual assault stuff that Feldman did, whatever your, you know, reasons were for getting involved, what difference does it make? And like, why get Judy involved? And you know, and I always use the example, I'm a huge Paul Walker fan, okay? And I'm not going to go seek out Paul Walker's mother because I was a fan of her son who's deceased. Like, that's just been weird to me. Now, had the Feld fan people not sent CPS to my house in April of 2018, I don't even know if I would have ever spoken to Judy, because I happened to be on the phone with Bobby when CPS knocked on my door. And he had called Judy to let her know that, you know, CPS showed up at my door. And that was the first time I had ever spoken to Judy. And then things just went from there. You know, like, it floors me. And Tara flat out wanted Judy's attention and was jealous of people being associated with Judy.
Look at this comment written by Tiffany. She told me a long time ago that her and Judy were very close, and if I had something I wanted to communicate to Judy, to only go through her.
Wow.
So, I mean, I'm so glad everyone is speaking up.
Wow. Wow. That's insane. You know, and maybe like Tara and I have never had any run-ins. I guess I never knew she was in any of my streams. I was told today that people have seen her in my streams before, but I never really had any interactions with her. And maybe she didn't do that because she knew that Judy and I were as close as we were, and that, you know, I'd see through her bullshit and everything like that. But, you know, I mean, that's crazy to tell. No, like, Judy doesn't need this bullshit in her life. Like, Judy loves the fact, and all the Haim family appreciate all Corey's fans, that they still show him love and support. Like, it means the world. Judy has even said before that, I'm trying to quote it. I just saw one of her posts or comment where she said something like, she probably loves the fans more than they love her son. You know, it really means the world to them. But she doesn't need to get involved in this bullshit. As you know, everybody knows Judy has heart issues, health issues. Everybody knows that Judy's daughter is going through some very, very serious health issues. And, you know, treatments were getting started this week. And Tara knew all this. She knew. and yet she's causing all this drama and bullshit and messaging people, telling lies about Judy, talking shit about her, simply because the petition got, shut down because it was causing so much drama and so much craziness. Tara, you let that petition thing go to your head. I've seen the thing where, screenshots and messages where you're telling people, oh, these celebrities signed it, my petition. Okay, that's because of Carrie and Judy and those people that they got to sign it, promoting it on their social media and so on. I shared it on Twitter like crazy. I searched Corey Haim's name and tweets that were, fans and stuff that had tweeted about Corey Haim. I put the petition there. I DM'd it to Todd Bridges and asked him to sign it, and he promoted it on his Twitter. I don't need to go around telling everybody that and saying, "Ooh, look at me, look at this." It's the end result of getting Corey his star. I don't care if Joe Schmo started the petition. I don't care if Feldman started the damn petition. If it gets Corey his star, isn't that the goal?
Well, I did a live stream promoting the petition because she asked me to. And she led me to believe that it was her idea and her petition.
Yeah, of course she did. Mm-hmm.
And these other girls that she accused of being liars and thieves, they need to be apologized to from her, because they are not liars. They are not cheats. All these people work very hard to get these signatures in for the petition, and for her to say that is just absolutely repulsive.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up calling her out last week publicly because she posted something on Facebook, and it kind of triggered me a little bit, because I said in my comments,
in the past.
At the end of the day, I'm sick of people using the Haim name, for drama. I said this here publicly last week. The result of which was being blocked on Facebook, kicked out of the group. Yeah. So.
So go ahead. So, and that's, go ahead. Can you want to tell everyone what you wrote?
It was something to do with the petition and the drama, and
like, how come every time somebody tries to do something nice for Corey, it has to turn into drama and fighting? And we've seen that a lot in the past over the years. With different things that have been done, that people get jealous about things and want the credit for things and this and that, and it's insanity. And there's no need for it.
This is what I said. So, at the end of the day, can't for once just someone do something nice for Corey Haim and have it just be for him with no drama and no beef? And then he commented back something along the lines of, well, when I've had to approach change.org and give my ID to prove that it was my idea, I will defend myself.
It doesn't. She's not going to stop. If it wasn't the petition, it was going to be something else. The more numbers she gets, the more that this gets to her head, the more she lashes out, the more she comes after people. Like, she's attacked people's friends list. She'll take somebody's picture of their friend and clone their friend's account. She's contacted employers. I mean, this is...
Yeah, and Tara, if you started the petition, then why is somebody here letting you know that they started the petition and giving you the email address to it and the password, the login to it? Want to riddle me that one, sweetie? There's the proof right there. She did not start that. So here, let me see what other. Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. Sorry. That hasn't happened to me in forever, but of course it's got to happen this time. Let me get back in here. Nothing too crazy was shown though, so StreamYard. I just had screenshots pulled up there anyways. So let's see. Here's a screenshot. Okay, here's the person's, more talking to her about the petition they started and sharing with what they wrote on the petition. So again, she did not start it. So here's Tara saying, I'd say yes, no word from Jay, meaning Judy, but I'd send it off. Which petition site did you use? So she didn't even know what website they used, if they used
But she
or
created it.
Yeah, right? Now you or me can just copy and paste your petition to other sites too. See, she says copy and paste your petition to other sites. And that's something she could have done too. Like if she wants to, have the notoriety and use Haims' name for clout or whatever, go to other websites and start a petition. And then she says, and use the same collage or different pics of him. Please let me know. I'm so excited. Made this last night for tomorrow. And then she shows like some artwork she did with Haim photos.
And then she stole someone's private photos. She didn't even have to use those and then put those on the page.
They had like private photos that they had with Haim?
Yes.
Or of Haim, yeah. Shocker. Okay, this is other stuff that we can get into if we need to. But, she has a long history of doing this. And it's really upsetting to to us true Corey Haim supporters and fans. It's disgusting behavior. And
it's horrible to do to anybody.
Yes.
Like, who does it?
Right. Like, I don't know if it's, her obsession with Corey. Like, I don't know what she's, thinks she's going to get out of any of this. Like, Corey isn't alive. He's not going to, send you a personal thank you or acknowledge you, and like I said, people who do kind things and then expect something in return and expect credit and this and that, like that's just, you're not a good human. You shouldn't do that, whether it involves Corey Haim or anything else in life. And that's why I never understood like people in the past that have gotten their feelings hurt or jealous or upset and gotten mad about stuff. And then all of a sudden they run to freaking Feldman, right? And then, they cry about it and stuff. And then when Feldman upsets them, then they try to run back here. Like if you don't agree with things Feldman did and your morals are telling you that's wrong, but then you get your feelings hurt and then all of a sudden you're over there kissing his ass and like, wait a minute, well, what happened to your morals? And I've said this, over the years too. Judy could tell me to go fuck off and that she never wants to speak to me again and she thinks I'm a horrible human being and blocked me. I'm not going to go running to Feldman and be like, oh, Feldman, blah, 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 blah. People obviously have the right to change their opinions about, things that they believe or, see something that makes them not, believe Feldman anymore, their situation and all that. But we've seen it, more than once where people simply do that because they got their feelings hurt or because of jealousy issues or whatever. And it's mind-boggling to me personally, and it's always driven me nuts.
If you get a Facebook friend request, and I'm saying this to everybody because this is an easy way to identify. If you get a Facebook friend request or a messenger, look and see how long that account has been open for.
Yeah.
Look and see if there's pictures of them with their family, like from 7 years ago, 8 years ago. If the account was just opened and there's no photos, it's probably not a real account.
Right. Look to see, if they have friends list and who they're following and stuff like that. If they only have, 12 people, it's probably not their real account.
I mean, a lot of us had to actually, on our pages, like our personal pages, make announcements because left and right, everyone's friends' accounts were getting hacked. It was getting that far out of control. So we had to make an announcement. Listen, so all my friends already know about Tara. So if she does anything to my account, they'll probably say hi to her.
Yeah. I'm trying to, if you guys just want to keep talking about a few things, I'm trying to find the screenshots of the petition that she started when she, was throwing a fit. She started a petition basically against change.org on change.org's website. Like the
Wow.
fuck? You think that's going to work out good for you? You think they're going to be like, oh no, let's give her the password to a, petition that's already been closed.
She started a petition saying they stole my petition.
Yeah, literally. Gosh. And again, you need to remove Judy as an admin from your joke of a freaking Facebook group. And I am going to call it a joke of a Facebook group because your attentions aren't in the right place. You're trying to get clout and attention and be the head, be in charge? Like, what? And, like you blocked her, you're trashing her, you're going around trying to get other people pissed off at her and the rest of us. So then why do you still have her as an admin? Oh, I know why.
I did not say those things about Judy. Lisa did not say those things about Judy. Tara said those things about
and those were some foul things. And the fact that she wrote that, trying to imply that you guys wrote it and those thoughts came from her mind, say a lot too. That's obviously what she thinks, or I don't know, but like the fact that she wrote those things were just, it's absolutely,
I mean, like really at the end of the day, I don't care if she has a page because unfortunately anybody can have a page. I just want her to leave these people alone. If you don't like them, stay away from them. Take Judy out of the equation. Take me out of the equation. All these other people, leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to seek vengeance on somebody, if you want revenge or retribution, you have my phone number. We can get together. We can talk. We could talk now. I love talking.
Yep. Hold on. I'm going to forward these to myself. I think there's even some more. I need to scroll up again. Stacy, do you want to say anything or anything else? Why continue? I'm just trying to buy some time for myself so I can get these together.
I can't believe half the stuff that I'm hearing. It's shocking.
Well, there was one young lady in particular who had taken the time and made a personal gift to send to Judy. And the horrible messages that Tara sent this girl was just, it would bring tears to your eyes. I'm not even going to repeat the foul language she used. Now, I don't care anything about this girl personally. All I know is that she put a lot of time and love and effort into that gift, and you told her it was unappreciated. You told her it was unwanted. You told her never to do it again.
Wow.
Oh my God.
This poor girl was devastated. How do you even sleep at night is beyond me.
Right?
And again, I couldn't say anything to anybody because of all the horrible things she said about me.
Right.
So nobody would listen to me. I had to literally wait for everybody to get kind of screwed over because she did the same thing to everybody.
Yeah.
Everything she does is systematic. She has a pattern.
Okay, so let me pull up these screenshots. So here's some of the screenshots that petition she started against these ladies in change.org. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and it's a good day to die comments, and that was kind of like a bit much.
Yeah, I don't know if I grabbed those. Let me see. I thought there was. Hold on. I'm going to show all these guys. I'm just trying to find the one I want to start with. So here she says, May 12th. I've been accused of not starting this petition by those who I've done so much for. Ungrateful, deceitful people. You didn't start the petition. We've proved that. We've shown that. She says, I worked for almost 2 months along with my wonderful Facebook launch. Nourish, make tons of posters, share email message, put links on literally hundreds of websites, even lose lost is what she meant, sleep, promoting it for weeks.
And
Only
creating fake accounts. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Only to have a con artist dupe the weak-minded who continue to go along with her lies. Now I'm supposed to be quiet as Rachel and her cohorts continued their campaign of lies? No way. I'm exposing you all. Above is yet another piece of evidence showing that I started the petition. Like, you wackadoodle. No, you didn't. You didn't even know what website it was on. You didn't have the login or the password. And what, do you want this petition to stay open for like the rest of time because you want people to think you did this? Like, eventually, like at some point, it needs to be shut down. And, you know, that's the whole point of a petition. So then here somebody said, I signed the original petition for Corey Haim to obtain his star on the Walk of Fame. Long overdue. Please confirm Rachel's identity. You will see this person does not exist. Tara is the true owner of that petition. Kevin, I don't know if that's really a person or if that's Tara and an account that she created to, you know, write this. I could see her doing that too. But she absolutely 1000% did not start that petition. All of our hard work collecting the signatures needs to be under the control of Tara and not Rachel. Please return the petition to Tara's control and block Rachel from any further access to Corey Haim's petition. Thank you. And then Tara says, thank you to all that have signed. Like, she acts like she lost sleep over this petition. Because sending a link to people is, you know, so time consuming. Like,
It takes away from the bamboo growing.
yeah, she acts like she went door to door all over the country knocking to get signatures on this thing. You know, you sent the link because, and it was supposed to be to get Corey his star, not for your personal agenda and your clout and the attention that you want for yourself. You know, we all shared the link. Stacy did a stream just to promote the petition. I promoted it on my YouTube channel. I promoted it on my Twitter. Judy promoted it a ton, and so did her daughter, sending it to people. You know, it's not like any of us walked around and got signatures. It's not like everybody who signed, everyone who took the time to sign it, you know, or share it. We all contributed to it. This isn't, you know, a one man, one person thing. It just floors me. You know, we had a petition to get Corey his star back in 2018, and I forget how many signatures that petition had, but there was way more than 3,000 on it, because that's when things were like popping off, you know, 24/7. It's when Feldman was doing his bullshit. Like, it's when shit was crazy. You know, and unfortunately, it didn't, you know, help us get Corey his star. But, you know, there was a lot of people back then that, you know, did many, many videos and promoted Corey trying to get his star. Many people did videos and promoted his, you know, the merchandise with Fine Arts of America. Like,
Yeah.
if you get involved in this because you want something out of it, and, you know, you want people to think of your name when they think of Corey Haim's name, like, please just, you know, save us all the hassle and, you know, just don't
Exit stage
associate.
left.
Yeah. And leave the Haims out of the bullshit and the drama. Telling people if they want to say anything to Judy that they need to go through you. Like, what the hell? That's crazy. That's insanity. Let's see. Here somebody says the original petition that I signed was stolen, and I want it returned to the rightful owner so we can proceed with trying to get Corey his star.
Does that one have a face? Does that one have a photo to it?
Yeah,
Or is that...
it does. It does.
Okay.
And, there are, I think, like 1.7K people in the Facebook group that she, runs. So a
Yeah.
lot of people, they're just in a group because they like Corey and they're seeing things and they're believing her. And
Yeah.
she's a very good manipulator and a very good fraud because, she always tries to stay 2 steps ahead of people and clones their account and gets people to block them and this and that and the other. Like it's truly sad, and I feel bad for those people. And I don't know if anybody is still in that group, but before you leave the group, if you're listening and you're going to leave that group, I would love it if you made a post exposing her. I don't know if she has her post on approval or not, but
Yes,
if
she
there's,
does. Yes, she
of
does.
course.
Yes, she does.
Well, if there's a way to, message people privately or anything to get the word out, or, maybe she's going to lose that group, if she doesn't remove Judy as an admin, if enough of us report it, which I don't want to do that to her. Go ahead, do your thing, whatever. But, you don't need to involve Judy or Haims and stop taking advantage of,
and these
fans
identities,
and
if you've never dealt with identity theft, you don't understand. She's stolen identities for people. That's like, you feel violated. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And this can be traced back to her. That's the wonderful thing about technology. You can change your group name, you can change your name, you can change your email address, but it'll still trace back to you.
Mm-hmm. Here she put May 11th on. This is a petition. And look, she's doxing people. She says, here we have Facebook photos of the thief and her co-conspirators. Note that all 4 of these people were on my Facebook group when my petition was launched. None of these fraudsters had permission to get into my change.org account. Like, oh my God, every time I see her call it her petition, I want to freaking punch a wall because it's like crazy. It's so clearly not your petition. And like, oh God, it's infuriating. After
All I
my
keep
account was
hearing her
hacked.
say is me, mine, me, mine, me,
Uh-huh.
mine. Where's Corey? Where's
Right.
Corey? Because that's who it's about.
Yeah.
Not me, mine.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I go, if it's anybody's petition, it's Corey's petition.
Yes.
After my account was hacked, the thieves went onto another Facebook group and pretended to be the owners of the petition, even claiming to have turned it into the Canadian Walk of Fame, which they did. They absolutely turned it into it. Here she says, my petition was hacked into. Help me hold change.org accountable on their website. Like, girl, get help. You have no grip on reality.
And the Walking Through the Raindrops Facebook page is the Corey Haim fans page. She changed the name, she changed the email because people were starting to report her for her conduct.
Mm-hmm.
She was constantly getting put in Facebook jail and saying she doesn't know why.
Okay,
You're stealing identities. That's why. And people can prove it.
Yep. Here she says, I started a petition that almost reached 3,000 signatures 2 months ago. A fraud going by the name of Rachel, and then puts her Facebook link to it, aka Elizabeth, aka Rachel. I'm not going to say the last names. The hack, or was let into by change.org into my petition. Well, the reason why change.org let them into the petition is because they showed proof, actual proof, that they started it. Where's your proof that you claim you started it? Because you were in there? Well, we showed why you were in there, because these ladies were nice enough to give you the log information, to have
To
it
give
be a
you the
group effort.
website. You had to be given the website and the password. You had to be given everything.
Yep.
How could you have started it?
The fraudster logged me out, changed all the content of the petition, and is impersonating me. Rachel is being aided by at least 2 other frauds. Unbelievable.
And
Uh,
Rachel's a phenomenal young lady. She didn't deserve to be treated that way. That was just wrong.
mhm. She
I'll say
goes
it.
on to say, despite many attempts to reach change.org, I've been ignored and cannot get back into the petition I started, donated to, had friends, family, and associates sign and donate to. Oh my goodness. This is a fraud. The petition, this this petition is not the petition people signed, donated, and shared. What the hell is she? Oh, the petition that she started. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I demanded I demanded to be let back into my petition, or
Come
this
on, guys,
fraud,
let me in. Come on, guys, let me in. Come on.
or this fraud closed this petition that has significantly altered. What's worse, this fraudulent petition may have been handed into the Canadian Walk of Fame. What's fraudulent about it? Not a damn thing. Please help me make change.org do their job. Donations should be returned immediately to anyone who signed this petition. It's time this petition site started respecting those of us who use it. Their donation should be returned. Like, did they, like, change.org probably promoted the petition, you know, they're not going to give it back. If it was promoted, that's what the donation was for. Jesus Christ. Don't donate to something if, you expect something in return or whatever. Like, oh my God, it's crazy.
And I can pretty much guarantee you that let's say I did sign it, and let's say I made a $20 contribution, it should say on your account where that money went. And it's not going to say Judy Haim. I guarantee
Right.
you that.
It's not even going to say the Canadian Walk Star
Yep.
Association or whatever whatever it's called.
Change.org or whatever company is affiliated with change.org.
Yeah, it's simply, next time you go on their website right now and pick a petition and sign it. A bunch of things pop up after you donate or after you sign it. One of those things is, would you like to donate? You can do it as low as $1. And it says in change.org, would you like to donate to help promote this petition, to have change.org promote it so you can get more signatures? And then, yeah, they probably have it pop up when you're signing other signatures. Maybe it's on top of their website when people log on to it, whatever it is. But you can't sit there and pay for something to be promoted and then, days later, freaking say you want the money back after they promoted it. It's crazy. All right, so yeah. And I didn't see, like, and maybe it was sent to me and I haven't had time to, really look at every single thing I was sent. Maybe Maggie, you know the answer of this. Do you know what she provided that was supposedly her proof of starting the petition? Or
She
does anybody in the chat know?
I saw like parts of a conversation where it looked like she edited it to try and persuade like she does. I don't trust anything that Tara can produce because all Tara produces is lies. If I've got 4 young ladies with evidence showing me what happened and one who doesn't,
Right.
sorry, I'm going to go with these creditable young ladies over here. Because right now, all I know about Tara is for 2 years, she's cloned me, my family, my friends. so many people on these Corey Haim pages. That's what I know of Tara. So what she has or what she has to say has zero credibility. Zero.
Yeah. Okay. And here I'm going to read some of the comments from the chat. Tia says, is she seriously trying to put up a petition to try and get into another petition? Yes.
Yes, it's
The
already
internet
up.
the
It's
internet
already
doesn't work like that. She would have to prove to the website she created it to gain access back. And that's when she locked out the other ladies from getting into it. They proved that they started it. Hence why change.org let them in, because they actually had the proof. So it's just insanity to me. And as you guys can, oh, you can't see it. I don't know if some of you are new here. You guys, if you want to use the custom Corey Feldman emoji, I think we need to make a Haim emoji. I need to see if I can get a Corey Haim emoji for sure. But you get that emoji by becoming a member of the channel. Okay, Marty says, my problem is the fact that this drama could negatively impact the petition, especially since it's been sent in. We are trying to get Corey honored for his legacy, not have him associated with drama. Amen, Marty. Amen. Obviously, that's not, the most thing that's important to her. The most thing that's important to her is her getting praise, clout, and attention, and it's sickening.
And it was conniving the way that she did it. She got the password, she got access to it, she changed everything, she locked them out, and then claimed the victim.
Yep, going around everywhere, to Stacy, to whoever else, saying, no, this is a petition I did. I don't, like I said, I don't care who started it and who, whatever. The reason why I shared it, and I know I can speak, or Stacy, I don't know what happened to Stace, but I know Stacy well enough that we promoted it because we wanted Corey to get his star. The same reason why you all signed it. All right, so I don't know how to say this account's name. I apologize. Tiffany says, Tara, or whoever you really are, we all know Judy has the biggest team of detectives and people that love her and her family. You'll never hurt her again. We promise. Amen. Dean says, I wrote that in an email, Lisa, about her admitting to me about drinking in a cemetery and driving home. If I can send you guys here to read the email out, I'll do it ASAP. I'll go ahead and put my email address in the chat if you want to email me anything, Dean. I know she's done horrible things to Dean, too. So, and like Dean, any of you ladies that I'm just, meeting now, I don't know why we haven't met before this incident. But, I appreciate all the work you all do, with the Corey Facebook groups and everything else.
And a lot of
Any of you
people
are
have been
welcome
around for
to.
a lot of these people have been around for like 8, 9, 10 years. Tara's been around for 2 years. So she's chasing away long-term fans.
Well, I was going to say, any of you are welcome to, message me on Messenger. Maggie can, tell you how to do that. I'm on Twitter. I don't check Twitter that often. Messenger is the best way to get a hold of me. Any of you are welcome to message me anytime. So, let me scroll up here because I need to get my other monitor down here. Okay. Tracy says, I know she'd use anyone to get her own way. Jeff says, hi, Susie. Sorry I missed your chat. I have open house tonight with my daughters. Oh, no worries. Marty says, she told me a good story before she blocked me. She said Rachel was a fraud and only shut down the petition because she got mad that others wanted to turn the petition turn it in on the LB anniversary. What's the LB anniversary? I'm not, Sure. So wait, she said Rachel was a fraud and only shut down the petition because she got mad because others wanted to turn the petition into the LB anniversary. I'm not sure what the LB anniversary is, Marty. So if you could let me know in another comment. Um, but I've seen Tara. I have screenshots of her saying these people clone accounts and they did that. Like everything she blames other people of doing, that's what she does and has
Yes,
done in the past.
exactly.
Like that's how much of a manipulator she is. Just like she keeps saying this petition is hers when we all know, or that she started the petition when we all know she didn't. Like it's insanity. Shannon says it seems to me she just came out of nowhere too. Am I wrong? I just hadn't seen her around, and then all of a sudden she's involved. Yeah, I just heard her name, here and there.
You're hearing her name now because she did more people wrong and people are speaking out. That's why. It just was good. It was a question of time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody believed me. There was no way you could believe me. She cloned my page. It looked like I said it.
Yep. And she's done that to like at least 15 people, you guys.
And I would
Dean's,
never say those things about anybody. I would never say those things about any mother. That is not me.
yeah.
That's not how I talk. That is not Lisa. That is not how Lisa talks. And I don't know who that young lady is from New Jersey because she cloned my account too. You can join the conversation or maybe, hit me up so we could talk later. That'd be great. I'd like to
What?
chat with you as well.
Who from New Jersey?
The one that originally made the post, she said, "Oh, I was in Maggie's Facebook page and I saw Lisa and Maggie talking about Judy." And I'm not going to repeat the
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going
Okay.
to repeat the horrible things that she said, but that girl was the one that tried to clone my account. This all was like happening like at the same time.
Okay.
She was like attacking multiple people, sending multiple messages. Like we were all going, keep your eye open. She's going crazy again. And
Hey.
everything she does is systematic. And she's one step ahead. She's very
Hey.
repetitive and one step ahead.
Yep. Tracy says she told everyone Rachel was a fraud. Totally untrue. Yes, it is totally untrue. Kimmy put, and little does she know, we had petitions out way before she ever had a thought about court. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was saying. Like, there was a petition years ago that had hella signatures on it. And, unfortunately, it didn't help get a star and everything. But, and I'm so appreciative people started it and we tried it again. Um, you know, but again, like people just let shit get to them and want the clout. Like, obviously, she wants everybody to think like she's Judy's right hand person and that she's Corey's right hand person. Like, it's weird. It's weird. Like you attack other Haim fans and supporters because of your own personal issues with those people. And like, sorry, we don't need anybody in this community that does that kind of stuff. Corey was all about love and peace, especially when it came to his mother and his family. I think we can all agree on that. And, here you are attacking his fans and supporters and his family. Do you ever stop to think like what Corey would think or what Corey thinks looking at this? He'd be absolutely disgusted with this. And he would want nothing to do with you. And he certainly wouldn't want you promoting anything that has to do with him. I think I can speak for him. And when I say that, Shannon says that's why I didn't have a good feeling about her from the get-go, but I wasn't really paying much attention.
Do you
Um,
have access to the bad apples list? I'd like to display her bad apples.
yeah, I'll have to look for it. But yeah, I can bring it up. Yeah, absolutely. Candy says, we can assure everyone as far as the CWOF goes, there was a response and the petition has not been impacted by this madness. Great. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Oopsies. Where did it go? I wanted to. Oh, I'm like way behind here. Wait, not too bad. Oh, wait, maybe I need to even scroll up more. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Marty says, I got her removed and blocked from her group after I commented in Chantel's group on a post about the petition saying that it didn't matter who started it. It was about Corey, not people getting clout. Yeah, that's why she blocked Stacy too and kicked Stacy out of the group. And she kicked me out of it, and I never even said a word in any of her groups or even like really knew anything about this
I'm just gonna
at
tell
all
you,
until
girls,
yesterday.
I'm just gonna tell you girls right now, you might want to go to Facebook, type your name in the search window, and see if you have another account open up.
Yeah, and if you type her name into Facebook, you can see how many accounts she's created in her own name to continue her fuckery and do shit. Candy says, yeah, Marty, nobody was supposed to know or matter about who did the petition. It was purposely done as fans of Corey Haim with
Yeah.
nobody's name on it because it was from all the fans, not one person. Amen.
And that's
Hey,
exactly
Barb.
what it said when it was turned in.
Yeah. Marty says, I don't really care that she blocked me. It's not the first time. This is my second block and removed from the group, right? Splash says, it wasn't until she turned on me that I realized that Maggie was right about Tara. Let's see. Tiffany says, imagine all the energy she spent on being horrible. She could have gone door to door at that petition and had 50 signatures. Unbelievable. She acts like she went door to door. I mean, she says she lost sleep over doing, like, that's insanity. Tracy says she made out Margaret and Lisa said those things about Judy. It was so disturbing, very manipulative, and tried to turn me against everyone. Yes, and like I said, it's crazy that those were her thoughts that she put in those messages, right? And that's, crazy.
I won't even repeat it, so that just shows you those thoughts will never cross my mind about another mother, ever.
Yeah. You know what? You're just like Feldman, Tara. You might as well go start a fan group for him because you're just like him. With those
Yeah,
thoughts that
he's
you
got a
had,
bad apple list too.
right? Exactly. You guys can compare your list. Add each other's list to your own list. I'm looking for that list right now. So if you want to, say anything, Maggie, I look for the bad apple list. Because I don't want there to be.
And this is the bad apple list that I keep talking about. This was something that was given to me and was being dispersed throughout the, I like to say, Corey community. And it's basically a list of people that Tara was telling everyone to block.
Yeah. Just like Feldman has.
And like I said, I'm number 2 on the list. I'm trying really hard to be number 1 because, I'm very competitive. Got to be number 1. So just let me know what I got to do to work my way up to the top.
I want to be number 1.
I want to be number 1.
I hope I'm number 1 at least on Feldman's list. That's fucking life goals right there.
And they're right. The amount of time it takes to do all of this.
Right. If she's
sad.
losing sleep, you're only losing sleep because of your fuckery, trying to cover your tracks and stay ahead of your bullshit and your lies. And, I could imagine you're losing sleep. I would lose sleep if I was a horrible person too. And, was so unhappy with myself that I had to go out and try to destroy other people's lives. I would lose sleep too.
And, a lot of people, these fan pages are very important to them. It's a part of their daily life. A lot of these people are friends and have been friends for years. So for you to chase them off and break those friendships up, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yep. So many screenshots. Hold on. Trying to find the bad apple list. I don't know if anybody else has it. Maybe they can trying to. There's,
And
I was sent so much stuff about her and her fuckery. Like I'm not exaggerating when I say probably 100 screenshots of stuff. And she's only been around for 2 freaking years, mind you. And that's how much she has. How much fuckery she has done and how many people she has hurt and everything else. And then it's like she wanted Judy's attention so bad and everything, and then you're sending Judy's private messages around to other people. Why? Because you want to show that Judy spoke to you. Ooh. Fucking weird. Judy doesn't need any more people. That was sent today, right, Maggie? The bad apple list, or last night?
no, this bad apple list has been in existence for a couple of months now.
No, I know, but when it was sent to me, was it last night or this morning?
Jesus.
I thought it was today, so I'm looking through today's stuff that we put together.
Everything I titled, I know it was like a bit much.
Yeah, no, it's got. I know it's here, obviously. I don't know if you. Hold on, let me just keep looking. I swear it was today, but maybe I need to go into last night's. I'm looking at today's stuff again. There's so much. So, and I could sit here, like I said in my community post, I'll make it my life mission to make sure every Corey Haim fan and supporter knows exactly who you are for what you are. I got nothing but time, honey. I can, do this every day. Just, stop your bullshit. Stop hurting people. Stop lying on people.
That's just it. It can all end tonight.
Yeah.
Just drop it all. Stop making accounts. Stop messing with people. Leave people alone.
Yeah.
And this is it. We're done.
You can continue on with your, group, even though, those poor people don't know the real you and, think they're in a positive thing and whatnot. Go ahead. But remove Judy and stop hurting people and stop doing this. Because if I catch wind of one more person that you hurt or more fuckery or you trying to hurt anybody that in the Haim family or any Haim fan or supporter, it's on. And I think you've watched me enough to know that I will do what I say, and I do what I do very well. So,
Barbara, you got me rolling right now with this monster truck comment. That was.
What is she saying? I'm looking for this. So, what'd she say?
All our monster truck driving super hackers.
Right. Oh, let me see. It must have been in last night's stuff because I went through today's stuff twice now and I don't see it. So let me. Oh, wait. You know what? I can search it. Why didn't I think of that?
Or I could say, like, if anybody in the group has the bad apple list, because I know I'm not the only one that has it. If you could, like, send it to her, that'd be great.
Hold on. I should be able to search. Let me try lists, see if anything comes up. Okay, why is Messenger being crazy right now? This isn't helping me. I should be able just to do a word search, but anytime I put a word in, it's not bringing anything up. Let me...
It almost looks like it was a handwritten list that was like screenshotted, so it doesn't look like what a typical list would look like.
Right.
And I would have sent it as a single photo, not with anything else.
Right. Hold on, let me scroll.
And it's a game that you have to. All this time, she is scrolling through people who have been hacked, people who've been harassed, people who have been stalked. We're talking multiple people here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, I'm telling her, like, I got shit for days I can show. I can stream every day. And I'm sure more and more people will come forward and I could get more and more from other people if she wants to continue to do this. She needs to stop hurting the other Haim fans and supporters. She needs to stop slandering people, not only, and the Haims family. And she needs to remove Judy as an admin from her group. God only knows what she's been posting in that group since she blocked everybody.
People can see it and they know, they're not stupid. People are not stupid. They'll catch on to you. When you're shady today, you're shady tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I
don't think
found it.
over.
I found it. Got it. All right. It was in last night's stuff. All right. I just got to bring it up here, guys.
And I would like to take this opportunity to say my fiance is number 1 on the list. And the only reason he's number 1 on the list is because I used his cell phone to call Tara. She wouldn't answer my phone calls, so I used his. When she didn't answer, I called her a coward. I wanted to know why she did what she did and she wouldn't pick up the phone. I wanted to talk. I still want to talk.
Yeah, no, people like her won't do that because they don't. It doesn't fit their narrative, and okay.
I mean, I'm flattered you want to be like me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like Maggie.
Okay, so it's a little blurry, guys, but let me try to read it. So, Maggie's fiance Blaine is on it. Maggie's on it. Jason Lee, Dean, Lisa Marie, Dusty, Carolyn, Brulee, Brulee, Jonathan, Diaz, Rocha, Leanne, Mandy, Melissa, Lorianne, Cleo, Aiden, says Aiden Gonzalez working with Feldman on a music project, friends with Corey Feldman. Then Angel Paddock. Then under her, it says Steve and Rick. Rick Wilson, so she puts fake profile. Lisa Marie. Steve, Lisa. She puts fake profile. Dean,
yeah,
whatever.
None of that's true. None of that is true. She's at a heightened level of paranoia. She's accusing people of like spying and all of this stuff. It's like absolutely ridiculous. She's got people on the edge of their seats.
You know why she's paranoid? Because she knows what she does to other people. That's why she's so paranoid.
She can't remember which lie she told.
Right. So I'm sure this list will be updated after today, guys. I mean, this was,
be number 1.
She puts bad apple list January of 2022. Well, it's May, so
let's update some shit.
Yeah, right.
I thought she was on top of administrative work. I'm not impressed. I mean, she doesn't know passwords. She doesn't know websites. Yep.
All right. So Tiffany says, I apologize because I don't know much about admins, but if Miss Judy is an admin, can't she shut down the entire account? Well, no, because she blocked her. So Judy can't, I don't even know if Judy can even see the group anymore.
She can't, she can't even see the group.
Which is crazy that Facebook has it set up that way. But, I knew this happened to somebody else too, where they were an admin of the group and they were blocked and they couldn't remove themselves. She needs to do it. And the only reason why she hasn't removed Judy is because she wants people to think that Judy is associated with the group and supports her. No, not anymore. You had that and you messed it up because of your own issues, your own insecurities, your own craziness of wanting attention for shit and wanting notoriety for stuff and, hurting other people. So, and like I said earlier, we all know how Corey felt about his mother and, everything else. And like, we all have issues with the way that Feldman has attacked the Haims and Judy and everything else. And here she's doing exactly that. Exactly.
I think we should send a petition out that everybody should sign saying that they'll leave the Haim family alone. Stop contacting them. Stop involving them in drama. Just stop. That's why. Just stop. Is the easiest thing you got to do.
Yep.
They paid their dues more than 10 times over.
Yeah, Canme says that's true. She's a coward because she blocks you before she attacks you, so you can't
Yes.
confront her. Yep.
Yes.
Barbara says you're
Exactly.
absolutely correct. Shady bitches on YouTube and TikTok are shady bitches in real life. Already
Yes, they
said,
are.
guys, let's learn from the past mistakes and just cut this chick off and forget she exists. No more second chance. Oh, amen. No more second chances. No freaking way.
What do you mean? But here's the thing: second chances. If you manipulate multiple people, if you manipulate 15 people, you've had 15 chances. You've
Well,
had
well, no.
15 chances to do the right thing, and you chose not to.
Well, what Marty is insinuating, and I know what Marty is insinuating because of the past 5 years, where people have done really crazy, hurtful things, and they get called out finally, and then they come and they apologize and try to justify their stuff. And us being the kind people that we are, we have given many people second chances just to get burned a second time. And
And that's everybody, but that's everybody's individual choice. I'm not telling anybody not to be friends with Tara. What I'm telling you is you've been forewarned. So now that you
Mhm.
know, go into the relationship with a little bit more knowledge.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm not
side
saying
eye.
get off the page. I'm not saying unfriend her. I'm not saying block her. I'm not even saying getting involved. It's just informative.
Right. Yep. And, that's why we're doing this because it has gotten to the point to where, people need to be made aware of it. Like I said, I had people that came to me months ago and, didn't realize it was as bad as what it was. I just, thought it was people that, had gotten into a disagreement and whatnot. And, it wasn't my place to really get involved. Well, when she's doing the things she's doing to the extent she's doing, yeah, I'm going to get involved. And I am involved now. And many other people are involved now. So,
That's why I
I
kept saying,
really would like to see what she showed to try to convince people she started that petition. And maybe I have it and all the stuff that I was sent, and I just haven't,
it sounds like she was sending individual messages to people, kind of campaigning. She's got, I think, 31 signatures, but like 28 of them are probably her.
yeah, on all the fake accounts she creates.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
Um,
easy. It's easy to catch her. She uses a lot of the same photos, a lot of the same names. She flip flops. She'll close one account for a couple days and then use the other.
yeah. Yeah, I really think that she kept her distance from me because she had seen how I operate. And, she knew that when a fan wanted to send something to Judy, Judy doesn't have the P.O. box and she obviously doesn't want her address out there. So, the stuff was sent to my house instead. So, Tara knew that. And then Tara went and spoke to that person like I had said something, you know? And I'm sorry, I never told you anything, Tara. And I certainly wouldn't, I've never had anybody speak for myself. And I think everybody here can agree with that, whether you've watched me since 2017 or since you've watched me since yesterday. I, have no problem speaking for myself. I've never had anybody speak for me or do anything as far as something like that. So,
And neither has Judy. Judy speaks for Judy. Tara doesn't speak for.
yes, she does. Judy doesn't ask anybody for anything. Judy tries to, interact with fans and tries to, like, people bring her stuff. She tries to be there for people and, everything else. But that is only cause, for the most part, it ends up just causing Judy stress and headaches. So, that needs to stop too. Judy has her own health issues. Her daughter's going through some serious health issues. She doesn't need any of this. People don't need to bring this shit to her. You want to bring it to Judy? I'm going to pull a Tara. Bring it to me. If you need help with something because somebody like Tara is attacking you or whatever. Seriously, bring it to me and I will, try to do what I can to help you guys. Judy does not need this. She needs to focus on her health and her family and her daughter's health. Feldman did this to her for years. She doesn't need other people doing it.
If you look at the comments too, other people are starting to realize, hey, wait a minute, Tara told me to block you. Hey, wait a minute, Tara told me, I'm sorry, I jumped to conclusions. I am so glad that this is coming out and that people are able to make amends, and I couldn't be happier. Words can't express.
I know how it is, Maggie, when someone is messed up and you're trying to warn people about it, but that's life too. A lot of ways, you just for the most part, a lot of people just have to find out on their own. And then when people finally realize that what you've been screaming from the rooftops for months, a year, however long it's been, then you feel vindicated, and
well, that's just that she know me very well, because I wasn't going anywhere. If you're lying and cheating and taking advantage of people, that needs to be known.
Amen.
And prove me wrong. I love table conversations. I'm very seldom wrong.
I love a healthy debate too.
Me too. I'm all about learning. I'm yearning for some learning.
And that's all. Post the link to come up on the panel again if she is watching and she wants to come up here and tell her side of things. But I know people like her, and I know she won't, because she wants to do things behind the scenes, and
15, 20 people can't be wrong. 15, 20 people can't be wrong. And she's the one common element. And they're all saying the same thing. They're saying she did the same thing to them. They're friends. I mean, it's out of control.
Yeah. It's, like Feldman, if 100 people say the same thing, I doubt those 100 people are wrong. I didn't know, I've known Maggie for a minute, and, but I didn't even know the name Rachel or Tracy and all that. I had no idea about those ladies. How can all these ladies have, the same kind of interactions with her and everything else, and all be lying? No, it's her.
And if you look at the petition that you were talking about a couple years ago, you're going to see these ladies' signatures. You're going to see these ladies were involved. You're going to see these ladies participated for years and years and years, supporting the Haim family, not breaking it all up like she's doing.
Right. Marty says it's all fun and games until they start doing shady shit to Jude. Then all bets are off. I wish I still had the messages she sent me explaining how the petition was started. Oh, you deleted them, Marty?
Can't you go to your deleted messages?
I'm not sure. If she blocked her, she still should be able to get into the messages. Yeah. I think she might have to go into message request or something. Marty, I might be able to help you get those messages, actually. Dean says, for fuck's sakes, Lisa, wouldn't put anything past her. The crap in the bed would have been getting off lightly with her. Most toxic people I've experienced with, she's dangerous. And the crap in the bed, did she shit in the bed like Amber Heard did?
Yeah.
Is she an Amber Heard?
That's what he's talking about.
Oh.
Well, the thing she said about Dean, she was private messaging people claiming to be him, disclosed a lot of personal information. Just wrong.
Is
just
Dean
wrong.
the one?
If it was a guy, she would have been in jail right now. Let's say that.
Spunky says, I realize how much this crazy one really makes mess between people. I see people apologize for trust the crazy Tara. Wow, this person is definitely done. Yes, they are. Marty says, can't believe you're going to make me say something positive about Corey Feldman, but no thank you. He's not involved in this. She's just like him. Dean says, no, I don't believe Feldman was involved in this one. Tara is definitely all for Team Haim, but has a messed up way of showing it. Yeah, I don't think she's like working with, Feldman or any of that
No,
crap,
no, no.
that
Yeah, no,
conspiracy
no, no,
thing.
no,
No, she's just a
no.
fucking person who's obsessed and wants her name attached to Corey's and wants to be like the head bee and the head whatever,
I'm like, let you. The more people that run Corey pages, the better, but keep them positive. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if she loses her page. Just lose the drama. Stop harassing people. Stop stalking people. It's not healthy.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Marty says Tara blocked her and then she deleted the
Oh, she's
the
good at that.
messages.
Anytime she sends you a message, screenshot it because she
Yeah.
deletes it like within seconds.
Christine says she's not for Team Haim. She don't get to have that. Yeah. I mean, I think she's proven. She probably genuinely is a Corey Haim fan, but she's like an obsessed fan that, like I said, she wants everybody to think that she's, the main person. She's Judy's right hand. She's in control of things. She wants like people to praise her and everything else. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
And to
Spunky.
intentionally hurt that many people, that's like so vicious and malicious. Just words can't express what she's done to people.
Yeah. Lisa says, I've had over 10 girls come to me and asking why they were kicked out of the group. True fans that were crying. Yeah, that's really sad. Well, do
She
you
said
guys?
to them that were absolutely disgusting to chase them away.
Yeah, well, if any of you ladies, I know Maggie, I believe you and Splash have a group, Corey Haim and All Things 80s. Any of you other ladies that if you guys have a Facebook group, please post the link into the chat. Let me know if I need to give you a mod wrench so you can post a link. I'll post it, and let's join those groups. If somebody wants to start a new group, we can do that also.
We should be
We can.
supporting each other. That's what it should.
Right, and that's what I was just gonna say. We can have a space. We don't need her group to have a space to all talk to each other and share our love and support for Corey. No, like we don't need her for that. You don't need anybody for
No, but
that.
it's just a shame because I'm sure she probably does have some positive attributes that she could bring to the table. She just got a little misdirected along the way.
Oh, okay, Dean, let me look. Thank you. No, I'm glad you said it again because I missed your comments before you said you said it. So let me go ahead and go in there. Let me see. Okay. Dean, I'm assuming it's okay for me to read this. Oh wow, it's really long. Oh wow.
Yeah. Just read a little bit of it and then stop.
Yeah. So I just want him to confirm that I can share it publicly before I do that. Cami says the proof she has, I can tell you. We all talked about it as a team, and she wanted to set it up as we were all so busy. But about 3 months went by with nothing, and she kept saying she had too much on her to do, etc. So that's why she did not set it up or write the text or anything. The proof she has is that she has a screenshot of a Facebook group where we suggested it to Judy and she said she would set it up, and I asked her what site. That's it. Wow. Thank you for answering my question because I was really curious. I didn't know if she fabricated screenshots or anything else like that. So wow, that's okay. So Dean says, my name is Dean and have been a Corey Haim fan since a toddler, but really became a diehard fan around 2007, 2008, and owned practically all his films on DVD, Blu-ray, and on bootleg. I even, as a teenager, got my mom to purchase Van shoes of Corey's personal wardrobe back in 2012, which had a signed certificate from Judy. Oh, wow, that's really cool. I don't know if you have any photos of that, Dean, but I personally would love to see that. Before I go into details, I have to say Tara is one of the most dangerous, manipulative, dishonest, and nasty people I have ever been in contact with, especially knowing more information now. Actually, I'm going to put, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Dean, if you or any of the other ladies want to find me on Messenger, I put my name in the chat. You can just, I'm the only Susie Mendez, well, unless she goes and creates account, my name on Messenger. So, okay. Anyway, I joined Tara's group back in January of 2021 and was kicked out 3 times within that time period for erratic reasons from Tara. The final being on October 15, 2021. It started off great, and I loved seeing how much of a devoted fan Tara was with the amount of effort she put into the group, which had thousands of members. Plus, seeing Judy Haim as an admin was basically all the confirmation I needed to show how legit and safe the group was by having her approval and also occasionally engaging with fans like myself on group posts. See, and that's why she hasn't removed Judy. As months went on, I became more involved in the group and posting, etc., and engaging with Tara. I'll admit I began flirting with her on posts, etc., and not too long after, we began getting much closer and messaging each other on a daily basis. We also had many phone calls for hours and felt she was someone I could trust. I noticed she was always constantly involved with drama, and at first felt sorry for her, believing she was having a lot of stress having to deal with crazies in the group and block them, as there was some legit crazies I experienced. Plus, I know her brother passed away not long after I first joined the group, and that would obviously be devastating loss she was grieving. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt when she would tell me to block certain people because they caused trouble and would get paranoid and freaked out. Plus, in certain cases, she would show me screenshots of what they said. So I believed her. But later found out she was cloning accounts, using their profile pictures, changing the name in Messenger, and faking messages that she wrote herself. I eventually found out the hard way, as she's done the exact same thing to me. So it all finally made sense. Every several weeks, months, okay, sorry, I got a text message. Every several weeks, months, she would be engaged with some drama and people she was besties with who were all members in the group. Then they would suddenly get blocked and booted from the group, which over time I began to get suspicious of, as Tara was somehow always the victim. Yeah, we've ran into a few of those on here, haven't we, in the past? She would tell stories and then be inconsistent, changing her stories because she obviously couldn't keep track of her own lies. Towards last summer to autumn, myself and Tara had kind of a thing, romantically, if you can call it that, virtually through messages, and eventually progressed to sending each other intimate pictures. She was someone I really respected and cared about and felt she was going through a difficult time. The first time I was kicked from the group was when, after a while of messaging her and getting close, I told Tara that it wouldn't work out as I live in Ireland and she lives in Texas, which I felt bad about, but thought it was realistic, and her being a mother of 2 kids around my age, that she would understand. Yeah. She got really upset and claimed I friend zoned her, strung her along, and I was kicked from the group. She then told a few members whom I became mutual friends with on Facebook to block me, one of which was admin Kimberly Sue, who also, and a couple of others. One didn't block me, however, and I believe they were kicked from the group too. Tara admitted to me about going to a graveyard to park her car, cry, and listen to Marilyn Manson while drinking liquor. She then drove home and admitted to be ashamed of driving under the influence. I knew this was a major red flag, but felt bad for being the one to cause her to be upset.
And
I
that's the
met
second time you're hearing that story. I just like to point that out. So there's got to be some truth to this.
Yeah. I messaged her apologizing in depth as we began talking again, and I was back in the group. Towards the end of knowing Tara, by the way, I'm a very indie filmmaker, and one of my actress friends died in a car crash late last September. Sorry to hear that. So I was upset. Tara was very nice, showing support while I was grieving. But I also noticed she almost seemed jealous that I was talking about my friend who literally just passed away and not her. Suddenly, a few days later, Tara claimed she had to go into the hospital as she was having pains in her liver and would be staying in the hospital a few days. She even posted in the Haim group that about that, and that she wouldn't be as active. So I was trying to do my best to wish her support, comfort her while still processing the loss of my friend, and just talk as we did so consistently daily on Messenger. But the timing just felt so off and convenient. For someone who would send me pictures, of what they were doing daily, where they where they where they visited, etc. There was no photos of Tara in the hospital, and she literally sent me pictures of everything by that point, and it felt odd as she was still messaging me constantly for countless hours during those days. I'm leaving out a lot here, but I got Tara involved on an indie horror film creatively as a creativity sorry, I can't say that word, as a writer producer that I was supposed to be doing, but her behavior was so off, and when she finally blocked me out of the blue and kicked me from the Haim group the final time on October 15th, I just moved on and severed ties with her on the project, and it was early in production. Plus, we never got around to signing contracts, and most of all, she didn't contribute anything creativity to it. Only time I've had to sever ties on a project like this, and I've been active in filmmaking since 2008. Anyway, I thought everything was over drama wise until the end of November, I believe, when she contacted the producer of the film I was supposed to have her involved in. The producer showed me that Tara was wanting um, compensation for her work, claiming she was the writer and I basically was stealing her work. I embarrassedly told my producer the situation with Tara, then to ask her for a script, as I had already sent him my segment, fully filmed and edited, of the horror uh, anthology in private, so that if I was stealing Tara's work, surely she would be able to prove it or be able to say what the film was about, plot points, basically anything about it. But I don't believe he asked her, and obviously believed me, as I've had a great reputation working for that person. In the time leading up, I was informed by my friend Lisa that Judy blocked her on Facebook, obviously because Tara said something to her. I checked and found out Judy had blocked me also, which wasn't a nice feeling knowing your name is being slandered to the mother of your biggest idol. It honestly even made me believe at times that since Judy was an admin, that she was possibly responsible for encouraging or enabling Tara and all this toxic drama. I was really confused and hurt by it, as I was aware of at least half a dozen people beforehand that had experiences like this in the Haim group with Tara. But somehow it was always everyone else getting exiled with Judy supporting it. Thankfully, after the recent events with the petition drama, I'm glad Judy discovered Tara for who she really is. I would love to possibly even speak to Judy one day to clear everything up, as I can almost guarantee whatever Tara said about me isn't true. Well, I can reassure you guys that Judy is aware and, probably watching right now. I contacted Corey Haim via Instagram in January of 2022 to explain about everything in a nutshell to try to get my story across for once instead of Tara's lies and manipulation. As my parents, my family, friends, and colleagues were all made aware of my drama with the Haim group and Tara. Then at the end of January, Tara finally committed an undeniable criminal act against me. I was sent a friend request on Facebook with an account under my name, which had nude photos of me blurred out as a profile picture and cover photo. The only person I sent these particular photos to was Tara and nobody else, and certainly didn't want them displayed publicly on social media. Oh, I gotta take a drink. My throat is so dry. A friend of mine on Facebook also messaged me saying she got a friend request from this account, which I told her to block and report. I was pretty stressed as on this particular day I had two friends visiting my home to stay the night who I see only several times a year since COVID. I made them aware of what was going on so they witnessed it. And the post I was informed that Tara put up claiming I was harassing her, etc. Unbelievable. Very ironic and appalling from Tara, as this technically counts as a form of sexual abuse, and it's revenge porn, and
Yes.
it's coming from someone running a Corey Haim group. Exactly. Who would speak to me about how terrible it was for Haim to endure the types of sexual abuse he experienced himself. Tara has even obviously created fake accounts as recent as less than 2 weeks ago, adding my friends and trying to add me. She's done that to multiple people, I've come to find out and have proof of, trying to flirt with them as me, I think is what he meant. He put trying to flirt with them and me. I think he meant as him. But I informed them to block her. She had left bad IMDb reviews of my films, and I do believe it's her, as one of the films was one I bought her a copy of. Plus, only two films reviewed on that recent account happened to be mine, and she's the only person I've had this kind of trouble with. But just from how the reviews are written, screens of Tara's vocabulary too. So even now, she's still trying to stalk and harass me. So I document everything, links of social media accounts, screenshots, etc., to keep record of in case the IP address needs to be tracked and traced back to her. This is for getting law enforcement involved, and so I have credible evidence to back up my claims. She already has a history of criminal records. And so that's the end of it. Thank you very much, Dean, for
Yeah, it
allowing
takes
me
a
to
lot to
share
open up
your
like that.
story.
That takes a lot. I respect that.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And yeah.
And how can
I,
all these people be wrong? This is like what, the sixth person that said the same exact thing. Like,
right. Yep.
it's like a broken record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she has, a long history of this. What are you guys saying in the chat?
Definitely.
Okay.
So,
Susie, read it in her voice. Oh, I don't know what her voice is. That was Dean wrote that, so it was his. Christine says that's weird because I have a pair of Vans from Judy, a signed certificate. She's probably lying about that. Oh, I thought Dean was saying he had the Vans and the certificate. Did I understand that wrong?
yeah, he does.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Christine, if you could send me a photo of that too, I really would love to see that. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know he had Vans or anything. I didn't know that. Um, um, Says, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. My life must be too sheltered because I can't believe the things I'm hearing. Nothing really surprises me, anymore after the last 5 years. Um, Candy says, hold on, let me pull up the chat on my phone, guys. Why is the chat not loading for me anymore? Hold on,
And
guys.
a lot of people out here that aren't used to this type of thing, and when stuff like this happens to them, their reaction is completely different. They're not used to it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they could clone, like a person could clone your account until I met Tara.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Dude, why is this freezing up on me? Hold on a second. I gotta shut YouTube down, guys. And Tracy is Tracy, I saw you backstage for a second. If you want to come back up, that would be great. I can post a StreamYard link in the chat again. Because this is the one stream we're doing to bring attention to people, you guys. So if you want to share your story, oh God, now's the time to do it, because I really hope she stops this nonsense and we don't need to do another stream about her, and we can all move forward and you all can try to heal from the damage she's done. And, we can go back to focusing on positive things and supporting each other and all that. Obviously she continues to do the things that she's doing, we will bring attention to it. So yeah, I would, if you guys could come up now and share your story, that I'd really appreciate it. Yanmi says, we tried the police, hold on. Let me scroll up. Yeah. We tried the police where she is when Ted Bundy messages came up, but they never came back to us. Tracy says, Dean, she pretended to, I think she said, she pretended to me that you've done that with nudes of her and was going to lawyers about it. I actually think she believes her own lies. She's very good at sounding as though she's a victim.
Absolutely. 100%.
Dean says, no problem, guys. It wasn't easy to send, but I think it's essential that the information is out there now. Yes, and we really appreciate it, Dean. Dean
Much respect, Dean. Much respect.
Mm-hmm. Dean says, yeah, I've got man shoots with the certificate. I'll definitely send it on. Thank you. Let's see. Tracy says, sorry, it was an accident. LOL, not good speaking in public. Oh, well. That's all right. It's nerve-wracking coming up here for the first time and streaming. I completely understand, guys, but I promise it's way less scarier than you think it is.
Just pretend like you're talking on a phone to a girlfriend. That's how I think of it.
Exactly. Tiffany says, I didn't either. I didn't think it was possible for someone to be on the same crazy chain as Feldman. Dean says, thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. It's gone too far with Tara, and she shouldn't be getting away with it any longer. Oh, she's not going to, Dean. She has my full attention now. Christine says, yes, I've had them since Corey passed. They needed money to help with funeral expenses. Nicole says, I've literally never heard of this person in all of my time in this community since 2017. She is a nobody around here. You really screw it up if you're on our radar, right? Nicole says, it's only scary if you have a shorty host. Fortunately, Susie is the best host on these YouTube streams. Oh, thank you, hon. Shitty host is what she meant. Yeah. It's just, shooting the shit. It's like we're all on a messenger call is the way I look at it. I remember when I did my first live stream, Bobby had tried for almost a year to get me on YouTube to do videos exposing Feldman, and I was like, I'll never be on YouTube, Bobby. I can't stand my voice. Something I could never ever do. No way in a million years.
How's that working out for you?
Right. And the first stream I did was when I went to court for the restraining order stuff, and I got my restraining order. He tried to get on me dropped, and Bobby's dropped, and a couple other ones dropped, and I just went live about it because everybody, of course, wanted to know what happened. And I was like, dude, it'll take me days to talk to everybody and tell this story. And I remember I went live, and after it, like I felt like I was going to throw up because I was just so nervous about it. And then look at me now, guys. Look at me now. That was the end of October 2018. So, never served us either, right, Shannon? But I pulled up. Dean says, I'm not surprised, Tracy. She twists and lies about everything. No way I would do that to anyone. She's got seriously mental problems, disorders. She's absolute trash. Yes, she is. So, all right. Well, I think we can wrap this up, Maggie, unless you think, is there anything else that you think we should cover? Or you think we've pretty much covered it?
I think everyone had a chance to, speak up.
Absolutely. And, I want to thank you and all the other ladies that, have, and Dean, who have shared their story, up here, emails, even like in the chat. That really means a lot. And I hope you all feel like this is a safe place for you guys to continue to do that. And, that we can all move forward and continue to support and love Corey and, and support each other, right?
Exactly. We work better as a team. That's the way I think.
Yeah. Oh, before we wrap up, I'm going to see if I can grab the link to the Corey Haim and All Thing 80s group for those.
I don't want to promote my group. My group is on lockdown and it's private. You won't find.
Oh, and that's this one, right? Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When
right.
she made that fake post, she said it happened in my account. So I had to shut it down. I had to basically hide, tell my friends to keep an eye out, that their accounts weren't cloned. I mean, just stuff that you shouldn't have to go through. This you're in a fan group, for crying out loud. This is not stuff you have to go through.
Exactly. Candy says, I so hope this stops the madness. Me too, especially for Judy, amen, who doesn't deserve to be pulled into this, and for Corey's name, which should be honored, not tainted. Steffi says, I just have a question of who said what exactly. What do you mean, Steffi? Who said what about what? What are you asking? You said of who said what exactly? As far as what, Steffi? I'll gladly clear up and answer your question, but I need to understand it. I don't know if you made a comment before that I happened to miss. Christine, she has a minion in all of this that's right beside her. I'm sure she does. Splash says, hopefully now all the relationships that were broken because of Tara will be fixed. I believe they're already starting to be fixed.
Yep, they're already starting. I'm so
happy. Dean says, thanks a lot, Susie, Maggie, and everyone else for doing this tonight. Definitely Splash. About time Tara is getting blasted for everything. And Judy and I, we don't, we talk quite a bit, on a regular basis, and her and I don't talk about any of this stuff. The only time that Judy will share something with me, or I'll share something with Judy as far as like drama and stuff like this, is when it gets to something like this level. And that shouldn't even happen. Judy and I talk about, we share our lives. That's what her and I discuss. And so like the last thing I want to do is go to Judy about something like this. And, it just came to the point where I, had to. And obviously, Judy doesn't have time for this or any of that, but people need to be aware of certain situations. So what I'm basically trying to say, if something gets to the point where Judy and I are discussing it privately, it's something very serious. And, and I'm going to take over and handle it because Judy doesn't need to. Wait, what stuff you say? I have to message you. Oh, okay. You can message me on Messenger and we can go from there. Dean says Kimberly, Susan. Oh, okay. Tracy, we are starting to heal a lot of relationship. Thankfully, Judy and her family really don't need this bullshit. Exactly. Candy says after she locked us out of the Corey petition and found out we had turned it in, she took his petition down and changed it to world peace and took everything off as it was related to Corey. Okay, all right, Steffi. Yeah, please, if you can message me now in Messenger, I have time, or we can even do a phone call or whatever. I will put my Messenger information in the chat again. If you don't have Messenger and need to reach me, I'll also put my email address. But, you know, Dean's email thankfully didn't go to spam. I don't ever check my spam folder. So I would suggest Messenger. Twitter, I try to check at least once a day. It's the same as my YouTube channel at Suzi-Q7979. All right. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, everybody. Again, Maggie, Stacy, for coming up on the panel to me. Thank you to all for sharing your stories. And like I said, hopefully we can all move forward from this. And, you know, this will be the end of it. And she will go on with her life and stop hurting people and causing problems for people. All right. All right, guys. Until next time.
Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.